Three objects, millions of miles apart, all arriving at once. On October 23rd, 2025, amateur astronomer Gennady Borisov spotted something that shouldn't be there. A faint smudge moving through the constellation of Pisces. Within days, professional observatories confirmed what seemed impossible. Another interstellar visitor, the third one in just 6 years. But here's where it gets strange. This new object, designated C, 2025 V1 Borisov, isn't alone. It's arriving in near-perfect alignment with another mysterious comet, 3I, Atlas, which has been defying every model we have of how comets should behave. And they're both converging on Earth's orbital plane at the exact moment our sun is experiencing its most violent storms in decades. Is this the universe's way of sending us a message? Or the most extraordinary coincidence in astronomical history? Let me take you back to where this story begins. October 23rd, 2025. Crimea. Gennady Borisov isn't a stranger to finding things in the night sky. 6 years ago, in 2019, he discovered the first confirmed interstellar comet to visit our solar system, 2I, Borisov. That discovery revolutionized our understanding of objects from beyond our star system. Now, he's done it again. Using his custom-built telescope, Borisov detected a faint object moving at an unusual velocity through Pisces. The coordinates were immediately flagged. The preliminary orbital calculations were unsettling. Within 48 hours, observatories across the globe turned their instruments toward this mysterious visitor. The European Southern Observatory in Chile, the Keck Observatory in Hawaii, NASA's infrared telescopes, all confirming the same thing. This object, now officially designated C, 2025 V1 Borisov, is on a hyperbolic trajectory. That's astronomer speak for one thing. It came from interstellar space. But here's what immediately caught astronomers' attention. This isn't behaving like a typical comet. Most comets, as they approach the sun, develop a characteristic tail, a glowing coma of gas and dust being blown off by solar radiation. C, 2025. V1, Borisov? Nothing. No visible tail. No obvious coma. Just a silent, mysterious object racing toward its closest approach to the Sunday perihelion. The point where it will be nearest to our star is calculated for November 16th, 2025. That's less than 2 weeks from when it was discovered. We're watching an interstellar visitor sprint through our cosmic neighborhood, and we barely saw it coming. Now, if C, 2025 V1 Borisov was the only unusual thing happening in our solar system right now, that would be remarkable enough. But it's not alone. Meet 3I, Atlas, another interstellar object that's been under intense observation since its discovery earlier this year. And this one? It's been breaking all the rules. Traditional comet models predict that as a comet approaches the sun, it should start to break down. The ice sublimates, the nucleus fractures, sometimes they completely disintegrate. We've seen it happen dozens of times. But 3I, Atlas, has been doing something extraordinary. Despite passing through perihelion, despite being bombarded by some of the most intense solar storms we've recorded in years, it has remained remarkably stable. No fragmentation, no sudden outbursts of material, no death spiral into the Sunday. It's almost as if this object was built to withstand conditions that would destroy ordinary comets. Dr. Sarah Milholland, a planetary scientist studying 3I, Atlas, put it bluntly in a recent interview. We're looking at an object that defies our current understanding of cometary composition and behavior. Either our models are fundamentally wrong, or this object is made of something we haven't encountered before. And here's where the timing gets eerie. Our sun is currently in solar cycle 25, and it's proving to be far more active than predicted. Massive coronal mass ejections, X-class solar flares, the kind of solar violence we normally only see once or twice a decade is now happening weekly. These solar storms are hitting both C 2025 V1 Borisov and 3I Atlas at the exact time they're both nearest to the Sunday. One object showing no tail when it should. Another object refusing to break apart when it should. The question astronomers are asking, is the solar activity affecting these objects? Or is something about these objects affecting the sun? But wait, there's a third player in this cosmic drama. Enter Comet K1 Atlas. Not an interstellar visitor, but a long-period comet from our own Oort cloud, the distant sphere of icy objects surrounding our solar system. Here's what's making astronomers' jaws drop. On November 16th, 2025, the day C 2025 V1 Borisov reaches perihelion. We'll have a rare geometric configuration, 3 significant objects, all on trajectories that bring them into a rough alignment with Earth and the Sunday C 2025 V1 Borisov at perihelion, 3I Atlas completing its post-perihelion journey, and K1 Atlas positioned in a way that creates what some are calling a cosmic sightline. Now, before we dive into speculation, let's be clear about what alignment means astronomically. These objects aren't in a perfect straight line. Space is three-dimensional, and alignment in astronomical terms can mean objects that are merely in the same general region of the sky from our perspective. But even accounting for that, this configuration is extraordinarily rare. Dr. James Chen, an orbital dynamicist at the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics, ran the calculations. The probability of having 2 interstellar objects in our inner solar system simultaneously is already vanishingly small. Add in the timing with K1 Atlas and the solar maximum, we're talking about odds in the billions to 1. The internet, predictably, has exploded with theories. Some are claiming this is evidence of an artificial signal, objects deliberately sent by an advanced civilization. Others suggest it's a cosmic wake-up call, a sign that something significant is about to happen. The scientific community is more measured, but even serious researchers are asking, what does this mean? Right now, as I'm recording this, observatories around the world are conducting the most intensive observational campaign of interstellar objects in history. NASA's James Webb Space Telescope has cleared time in its schedule to observe both C 2025 V1 Borisov and 3I Atlas. The goal? High-resolution spectroscopy that could reveal the chemical composition of these mysterious visitors. What are they made of? Do they match the composition of objects in our solar system, or are they fundamentally different? The European Space Agency's Gaia spacecraft is tracking their positions with unprecedented precision, looking for any deviations in their trajectories that might suggest they're under some form of propulsion or control. Ground-based telescopes are monitoring them across the electromagnetic spectrum. Radio telescopes are listening for any signals. Infrared observatories are measuring their thermal emissions. And researchers are particularly focused on the relationship between these objects and the solar storms. There's a hypothesis gaining traction in certain circles. What if these interstellar objects are somehow acting as catalysts or triggers for solar activity? Their trajectories bringing them through the sun's magnetic field at critical moments, potentially disturbing the delicate balance of forces that govern our star's behavior. It sounds like science fiction. But with each passing observation, the correlation between the presence of these objects and increased solar activity becomes harder to dismiss as pure coincidence. Dr. Amelia Torres, a heliophysicist studying the sun's magnetic field, explains. We're seeing magnetic reconnection events occurring with unusual frequency. The timing corresponds almost perfectly with when these objects pass through certain regions of the fair heliosphere. We can't prove causation yet, but the correlation is statistically significant. So, what does all this mean? Where does this leave us? If C, 2025, V1, Borisov, 3I, Atlas, and this cosmic alignment are purely natural phenomena, they're teaching us that our universe is far stranger and more interconnected than we realized. The fact that we're seeing multiple interstellar visitors in such a short time frame suggests that these objects might be far more common than we thought. Our solar system could be swimming in a sea of interstellar debris. Objects from other star systems passing through constantly, most too small or too dark for us to detect. Each one is a messenger from another world, a piece of another star system's history. They carry with them the chemical fingerprints of alien suns, the story of how other planetary systems form and evolve. But there's another possibility that we can't completely ignore. What if this alignment isn't random? What if these objects are part of a pattern we're only just beginning to recognize? I'm not talking about little green men or alien spacecraft. But what if there are natural phenomena on a galactic scale that we simply don't understand yet? Mechanisms that cause certain objects to follow similar paths, to converge at certain times, influenced by forces we haven't even discovered? The next few weeks are critical. As C, 2025, V1, Borisov, reaches perihelion on November 16th. We'll have our best chance to study it up close. The data gathered in this window could reshape our understanding of interstellar visitors forever. And as 3I Atlas continues its journey outward, defying all our predictions, every observation brings us closer to understanding what makes it so unique. We're living through an extraordinary moment in astronomical history. For the first time, humanity is witnessing not one, but multiple visitors from the vast darkness between the stars. They're challenging our theories, breaking our models, forcing us to ask deeper questions about the nature of our cosmic neighborhood. Are we alone in finding these objects fascinating? Or is the universe itself trying to tell us something about how much we still have to learn? The images from the James Webb Space Telescope should be released within the next few weeks. Ground-based observatories are tracking these objects night after night, building up a database of observations that will keep researchers busy for years. And somewhere out there, beyond the reach of our most powerful telescopes, there are countless more objects, like C, 2025, V1 Borisov, and 3I, Atlas. Wanderers between the stars, carrying secrets from worlds we can barely imagine. The alignment of November 16th, 2025 will come and go. But the questions it raises will echo through astronomy for generations. What connects these cosmic visitors? Why now? And what will they teach us about the universe we thought we knew? The answers are out there, written in light and gravity, in spectra and trajectories. We just have to be patient enough to read them.